Samurai Saber unboxing. Now, Samurai Saber is a Beyblade that released November 2nd, 2024 in Japan. It is a starter Beyblade and it's UX-09. It comes with a brand new sword launcher. In all of Beyblade X, we have never seen a sword launcher. However, in prior generations we have. Samurai Saber includes the first release of this new type of launcher for the system. It has purple rubber grips over here so you can control your launcher more. As well as that, the ripcord is longer than your standard ripcord launcher in the Beyblade X system. Over here, we have the small little metal pop-out sword that is included in Samurai Saber. This is considered its gimmick, although I don't think it's that effective. It is very cool to know that we're finally getting gimmicks added to Beyblade X. Here is the back of the box. As you can see over here, we have a little portrait of the owner. Her name is Tenka. Here we have a display of how the gimmick works. These two green highlighted areas are the blades that are supposed to pop out during battle. They mention it one more time over here as well as here. It's basically mentioned everywhere on this box. The blade of Samurai Saber has two major contact points and it's a UX release. It is an attack type and spins in the right rotation. The cool thing about this Beyblade is literally everything included is new. The launcher is new, the blade is new, the ratchet is new, and the bit is new. The ratchet is 270 because it's at a 70 height and has two major contact points. The bit is level as it has multiple levels to how it can play. With the launcher, it shows a comparison between the two lengths. I'm very excited for this release as everything here can completely change up the meta, for everything here is brand new. As well as that, the purple rubber grips can be added onto launcher extensions as you can see right here. Enough of my talk, let's get this cracked open. Here is everything included in the package. Here we have the launcher. As you can see, the sword launcher is very well made and it's just like your normal ripcord launcher, however with the built-in extension. This part right here is removable and you can replace it with this part right here, which I'm actually going to do for a better grip. Speaking of grip, this is very well made rubber and I think it will improve the way you hold your launcher much better. It isn't cheaply made and I can see they put a lot of time and effort into making this. Let's put it on. Here is the fully assembled sword launcher, and I have to admit it is very sleek. It feels awesome to hold, and the launching is very well. By the way, when you insert the ripcord, you can actually see it appear right here, just like a progress bar. You also have one extra piece, which you can put either at the top or the bottom for a different form of grip. For example, I can just take this off and put this piece right here. It doesn't click in well, however it does fit just like any other way would, so they give you a variety on how you could customize your launcher. I personally don't like this well, however I may use this on another grip of mine. I like this way the most, however that's just because it fits my hand. Others may have a different preference, which is why they give you different variants. Overall, this is a very well made launcher and I absolutely adore it. Now, time to move on to the Beyblade. For the Beyblade, we obviously have Samurai Saber. For the bit, we have level. Now, if you look from the bottom, you can see these little triangular teeth looking thing that is pointing out here, as well as two inner circles, one like a ring and one like a dot. If you put it on the side, you can barely see a difference in height between the sharp jagged layer and the ring. And if you focus very well, you can actually see the point poking out a bit. However, since Beyblade stadiums are curved, I don't think this dot will give it much stamina, as it is not like the point or gear point bit. However, I'm still very excited to see how this will perform, because we've never seen a bit like it. It has a lot of teeth here so it can interact with the rail better and have a more controlled extreme dash. It does sacrifice speed, but it gives you accuracy and control. By the way, I really like the purple color it has, and I think the design is very well made. Now for the ratchet, we have 270. The problem with 270 is that I do not like the idea of two big contact points protruding out. This is because it will make this Beyblade much easier to burst. As mentioned earlier, it is a new ratchet and it kind of reminds me of the ratchet on Dran Buster, just with 2 major contact points. This can be used in a Dran Buster combo so you can distribute the weight better and still have the ability of a one-hit KO. Now the layer is what I'm really excited about. The inner avatar has no plastic above it for it's a UX release. It is a very, very sleek, smooth, and shiny design for an attack type, and you can see it has a little incline over here for upper attacks. Now, I don't know if I'm a bit confused, but I think the incline here actually appears to be a bit bigger than the incline over here, although that may just be my perspective. I'm gonna have to do further research on that, but it also appears to have a bigger incline even when you lay it down flat. If that is the case, then I think it's a very cool feature. For the gimmick of this Beyblade, you have these 2 metal prongs both here and here. As you can see, this is how the Beyblade looks when one of them is protruding out and the other isn't. It is very loose and does not snap into place. However, during battle, these will pop out due to momentum. Now, I don't think this can do much because the opposing Beyblade can easily just plop it back in. So it's kind of just there for feature, just like how the balls on Zillion Zootron and Galaxy Zootron are there. Speaking of which, I think there's a Beyblade X release that is going to have those metallic orbs on it, and I'll make sure to cover a video on it. Now, if you want to get this Beyblade, visit Mall of Toys or Bays and Bricks. Mall of Toys and Bays and Bricks are both amazing Beyblade selling websites that sell only the most affordable and authentic products. I get all my Takara Tomy Beyblade supply from those 2 sites, and they never disappoint. I live in the United States, and this was released 2 days ago in Japan, yet I've already gotten a hold of it due to the great shipping it has. Visit those sites and use code BladingBird for a nice discount. It not only helps out you, but it also helps out the channel. Now with that done, let's assemble the Beyblade. Here's the Beyblade fully together. Now I gotta admit I don't like the 270 ratchet having these 2 bits pushing outwards. It doesn't help the Beyblade's performance and it just looks horrible. The layer weighs 36 grams and altogether it should be very stable when launched. I'd just like to mention that the plastic over here does interfere with the contact of the Beyblade. Normally it would be majority metal hitting. However, just like Leon Crest, by the way, watch my video on it, it's going to have a lot of plastic hitting the other Beyblade too, which can cause denting and less powerful strikes. Here's a quick little launch. And the launch actually felt very, very powerful. Even when I pulled it slowly, it still created a bunch of spin on the Beyblade and it felt awesome to pull. Pair that with the grip, and I think this is a very, very well release. I'd personally pick it up because the color scheme, the gimmicks, and the launcher are just completely worth it.